And that's what happens to children when they don't listen to their parents. They can't benefit and can't experience the same things because they don't listen. I'm still trying to adjust my chair. Sorry. But oh my god, all this food is so delicious. This is almost like soft and chewy. This is what it looks like. So, yeah, and the guy said, don't eat alone. If you want to be a centurion, if you want to live long, always eat with company, always. Which I thought that was profound, that was astonishing. Like, how could that be a factor, you know, in living long? I'm just using the little soy sauce that comes with it, with the sushi. Now you might ask me, what kind of sushi is that? Well, it looks like 3 kinds of sushi. Let's find out what kind they are. This looks like egg. And this looks like crab meat, imitation crab meat. So, this could be a California roll. Okay, here we go. Fish roe, steamed rice in laver or laver, whatever that is, I don't know. It just has like 3 kinds of colors. Like, I'll show you. This is the green kind. And you see it's green. Oh wait, it's not 3 kinds, it's 2. 2. And the pink kind. Let me take one that's not gonna fall apart any minute. Yeah. So this has egg, cucumber, and crab meat. And it's a California roll to my knowledge, but who am I to say? I just eat it. I don't analyze it. It might be like Tsetsi. What else did the Centurion man say? Is he eating meat? Yes, he eats meat. Yeah, he does. His favorite food is lamb. Not this. This is pork hooves. Was it hooves? Pork hocks. What is the hock? I don't know. I don't know, but it's delicious. If you can find it in the market, get it and try it. Or you may already know what it is. And you may have already tried it or eat it regularly. I don't know. Mmm. 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 Nice. Mm. Mm. Oh my god. Tsetsi, what kind of other things did the Centurion man say? Well, he remembered Jesus. He remembered Jesus, and he like he might have even witnessed the crucifixion. Yeah, I thought that was wild too, because I mean, it's one thing that you lived 1,000 years old, but now that I think about it, it might be 1,000 years old. However long ago the crucifixion of Christ took place. I'm trying to think, like, we're in AD now. 2016 AD, right? Are we in AD? And so that man is at least 2,000 years old. And 2016. So I was wrong. I was completely off when I said 500. He witnessed the crucifixion of Christ, people. Oh my gosh, this is the best. Can't stop myself. So I witnessed the crucifixion of the Christ, and he's become so traumatized from that experience that he hardly wants to talk about it. But he shared with our guy who found him and interviewed him. And he shared that, and he was like teary-eyed every time that he remembers that scene, because it happened before his eyes, apparently. He also said he also gets very emotional when he remembers his wives because he's he feels connected to his wives. And like the last one, even though she lived to be like, I don't know, well, I don't know how old she was, but he stayed in her country for 100 years and was then pretty much ready to move on. Only after the 100-year mark had passed. He gets very attached to these women. He feels like, you know, marrying a woman is like the ultimate experience in his life, because he's changed so many countries. He moves every 100 years. He moves from one country to another, and he also, not only that, but he changes identities. So, my nose. And changing his identities is because it's just to protect him. It's so crucial to his existence to change his identity, because if he doesn't, people will track him down and they will take him down too. Because people in government, they're cruel. And when they set their sights on someone and suspect that he's got something that they want, or that they want to know about, or that they're afraid of, you know, they either want his secrets or they just want to eliminate him. So he's very afraid. He's very like incognito. Like, you don't know his real name and you don't know his real oh my goodness. This food is so appetizing. So you don't know his real identity just because he's trying to protect himself. But he's pretty much taking on a new fake identity every time he moves from one country to another. Now, another thing that they said about him is that he's very interested in anybody who can offer him to travel and move from one part of the world to another, because he's not able to do that himself with the identities that he creates. I got some different kind of fruit here. I got some blueberries as a dessert, because I ate my dessert already. Yeah, so he's basically very interested in traveling because he doesn't have all the proper passport and documentation. And the guy who found him to interview him, he's actually, you know, offered him that kind of opportunity to travel. So that's why he revealed his secrets. and befriended him somewhat, not completely, because he's very, very private person, right? And he also said that there's other Centurion men and women, but we just don't know about them. Like, we don't know who they are. Like, they'll be walking down the street and you don't know that this man is 200 years old because he looks like he's about 60. So he looks like this particular man, over my boobs. This particular man had all of his teeth in his mouth, but they've become like a different color. They become like almost see-through, like not white, not white at all. Almost like I imagine them yellow and see-through, like translucent. Yeah, that's the word, translucent. And what he said was that he used to swoosh oregano oil when he was young, back in the Jesus era, who knows, and that's what made his teeth like that. But he got to keep all of them, so he kept the teeth, but they became like translucent yellowish. But so delicious. Wow. Let me see, what else can I tell you about the Centurion? Yeah, so he's had many children over the years. Not just 2-3 sons, but those like 2-3 sons lived quite long. All the other children have died. They've passed on. Out of all this, the fish seems to be like my favorite. The sauce can get you though. It's like sweet and tangy in the beginning, but then quickly it turns on you. It's really like deep spicy. Like, what kind of sauce is that? Dried anchovy, soy sauce, water, soybean, wheat and salt, sugar, sesame, corn syrup, flour, sugar, chili paste. Oh, that's what it is. It's chili paste with sugar. RLOE? I don't know what that is. Vegetable oil. Anti-foaming agent. Whether you want it or not, there is an agent inside. So, yeah, so much with my story about the Centurion. I'm just trying to think of other secrets that he said that we should, know about. I can't think of anything else. Oh gosh, this food is something else. I'm telling you. Sushi like a Japanese dish? Have I got like Korean, Japanese, seaweed salad? What kind of food is that? And then this pork. I'm gonna have to look these up after the video. But it's delicious. And they have it at the Kingston market. If you live in London, all you gotta do is take the bus 111 to Kingston, then go to, when you get off at Kingston at the center on the high street, then what you want to do is head down towards the I don't know what it's called. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at this green juice. Oh. Spilled it. This is more than delicious. By the way, one time I was in a restaurant outdoors, outside. I was just sitting down at a table, and the waitress came up to me and she said, I don't know if I was eating something or drinking something. I don't remember. I might have been eating and drinking. I might have had beer with my meal. But anyway, so the waitress comes up to me and she says, see that man over there? She said, this meal is free for you from him. I said, why is that? She said, well, he liked the way you eat and the way you drink too. I thought that was interesting because the man he didn't even want to get to know me. He was like, he wasn't even facing me. He was like facing sideways. And then suddenly, as soon as I found out he's treating me to the meal, he got up and left. Maybe he felt embarrassed. Oh my goodness, I hope this whole structure doesn't collapse on me. Please pray. Pray with me, people. Please. Yeah, so anyway, somebody really liked how I ate, and he wasn't concerned with anything else other than to enjoy watching me eat and to treat me. Other people have also told me that whenever I eat, it immediately makes them want to eat too, and about like the same thing. There's an excellent buffet in Wimbledon. It's my favorite. Great. My berries. So this buffet is like Indian food, Chinese food, and Mexican food all at once. All in one place. Comment below if you want me to tell you what the name of the restaurant is, but because I don't want to like advertise it unless people want to know, then I'll tell you. But that restaurant has everything you can think of, all the different Indian curries, all the different excuse me, all the different Chinese dishes, at least 10 main course dishes there, at least like 6-7 Mexican dishes, and like 20 different Indian dishes. But the good thing is that it's, you know, it's variety. But the bad thing about it, the not so good thing about it, is that they don't let you take any of the food home. So how are you supposed to enjoy it at home? They do not do takeaway. They will not also let you take any of your leftovers home, no matter how much you offer to bribe them. They do not budge. And it's a popular buffet too, you know. This is what the meat looks like. I'll show you another one. If anyone knows what part of the pork this is, let me know. It's very chewy and soft, and it smells like wonderful aroma. So yeah, this great restaurant. Oh my god. And they don't do takeaway. Now what kind of business are they like running, you know? People want to buy takeaway,